Hey guys, and welcome to the review of the Maxnomic Dominator Blue. Normally, you will be having a DSLR camera. It would be giving you different angles of the chair, etc. All the things it can do. But honestly, right now, I'm in sort of new space where my chair can't move. I can't get my chair out, and I feel like every review on this chair shows you all the features. But most of the reviews lack somebody that's used it for a few months and somebody that actually tells you, is it actually comfy? Most of you will tell you that it reclines back, it does a full recline, you can adjust the armrests up and down and back and forth. They'll tell you all things like that, they'll tell you all the different colours and options, they'll tell you about the head cushion, but they don't tell you about, is it worth it, or the price, or the ones that I've seen don't. Tend to blabber on for 15 minutes. If you want to see how the chair rotates and works, there'll be a link in the description to their website. It's Need for Seat, and you can order from EU, so I'm from England, and you can order from America, I believe, and all sorts of places. There's like different branches for different countries. So the first thing when ordering this chair, and I will get onto comfort, is the most important thing for me isn't looking at the features, is looking at your size. I think there are three or four types. There's casual, sport, there's pro gaming and office, office comfort, and extra large. Now I went for pro gaming and office, not because of the name or anything, it's just that when I looked up on the website, it told me that for pro gaming and office you should be between 179 centimeters and 185. So I'm 6 foot 6'1". So for me, that was the right chair for me. A max of 100 kilograms. Well, I'm not 100 kilograms, so that's fine. Metal base, exchangeable arms, etc. So that was the right one for me. It's important to get your size because you don't want to get it, and you don't want to be you don't want to be crushed up in your chair, and you don't want to be, you don't want to be crushed up, or you don't want it to be too big. You want it to actually, I don't know if you can see these little bits here. These want to sort of pin your shoulders in. So pick the right height for you. That's my best advice. Some of them will be a higher price than others, but unfortunately that's what you pay. So for me, I've used this for like 4 months now. I didn't want to do a review when I straight away got it and get the camera out, do the angles, show you how it rotates, because I won't be able to tell you actually if it's any good. So for me, the chair has been worth the £230 that I paid. Now, £230 for a chair might sound a lot, and it is, but bear in mind the past year I bought 2 £100 office chairs, which are now on the tip because they're broke. They're literally snapped. That's not because I'm some £500 monster. That's just, they just snap, they break, they're not good quality. And the thing with this chair for me is I don't have a great posture, but I'm sat here like this and I don't feel uncomfortable, and my back is right into the chair. It just makes you sit nicely. And I do get it. People would do reviews and they would say after a few months their posture would be improved, and mine definitely is. They have a thing called a rating on a chair, an hour rating, and it's basically how long can you sit in the chair until it's actually damaging your back. Now, office chairs regularly are about 3 hours rated. After 3 hours, you really shouldn't be sitting in the chair. This is 0 hour rated. I can sit in this chair all day, every day, 24 hours, and it won't damage my back. It's the right posture, it's got the right strength for me, so I'm not damaging my back by sitting properly in this chair at all. It doesn't squeak. My last chair squeaked horrendously after 4 months. This can move around, it doesn't squeak, it's still strong as an ox, it doesn't move. And importantly, for me, it's comfy. It's not, you're not going to get in it and go, oh wow, this is so spongy and comfy. You're going to get in it and you're going to go, this is kind of firm, but it's a nice firm. It's like car seats. You don't get in your car seat and you don't want to go to sleep and they're spongy, but they're always there. When you get in the car, they're always there to support you. They don't disappear into this spongy mess. So for me, after 4 months, I get in the chair, I sit down, and it feels exactly the same as day one. which is massive, because my other chairs would be really, they'd have loads of sponge, and you'd sit in it and you'd be like, this is so comfy, this new chair. After sitting in it for about an hour, the sponge would be compressed, and you'd be sat on the metal base of the chair, and it would be so uncomfortable. After a few months of doing that, there wouldn't even be any sponge. Every time you sat down, you'd be on this metal base that would be creaking, and it was horrible. I haven't been paid by Need for Seat to do this review. I bought this out of my own money, so it was quite a big investment, £250 on a chair, but I was sick of buying office chairs, and I just went for it. I really wanted the chair. For me, it's turned out great. The thing that I do is you have the support cushion, the lumbar support. Now, what you can do is I'm doing this in the webcam, you can unstrap this here, and then you tie it to here, and it sort of fits here, and it can go up and down. But I don't do that because I don't like it in all the time. For me, what I do, what I find is really comfortable, and I sit in this like this. This is probably my posture. Probably like this, probably like sort of relaxed, with my back isn't touching the base. So I sort of sit at a slant. I don't have the best posture. After about 2 or 3 hours, I can be fine. But after it starts to get a bit long, I take this pillow and I just put it behind me, and it just pushes me back like this, and I can feel it. It really, I'm not just making this up. It really does feel nice on my back. Just push your head back, and the little cushion supports you. And I won't sit here like this all day. I don't have perfect posture. Some people do. I don't have great posture. But I can sit here for like 2 or 3 hours with this supporting like this, and it feels great. It feels great to play. And then I might just take it out and I just chuck it on the floor, and then I go back to normal. But it's nice. You have that option for support. I really like that. I didn't start to like that, but after 3 months, I really started to appreciate that. After a long session, because I've played in this chair for like 12-hour days for like 4 months. So trust me, I know if it's comfy or not. You just take this and you just put it behind you, or you can keep it in there the whole time, but I prefer to just pop it in for an hour or two. So doing like 12-hour sessions, there was an IP weekend on League of Legends, and obviously I had to play with my mates and grind out hundreds of games. So I sat in this chair like 13 hours for like 3 days, and it felt absolutely fine. You don't get that thing with this chair. You never, if you push on it, you never get through to the base of the chair. It's always there. You never get down to that base. It's always firm. It's always nice. So for me, this chair has been really comfortable. I really enjoy it. It's not a comfort like, wow, this is so nice, this is brilliantly comfy. It's just it's there, it's nice and firm, it supports you, and it doesn't get down to that spongy metal base where there's no support. It's always there, so it feels nice. One thing that I didn't think I'd enjoy, but I really do, are the armrests. The armrests I didn't think I'd ever move at the beginning. I just thought, oh well, you know, they're there if I ever want to move them, but I actually move them almost all the time. I'm always shifting them around, always lowering the height because my arms are a bit sore, or you know, I just want to change the height a little bit, and it's nice that it's there. For a start, I have a big brown desk. The height of the arms don't fit under the desk, so at night I just lower the arms and I can just push my chair under my desk, which might not seem like much, but it's nice that you have that option to do that. So for me, for £250, I actually would recommend the chair. There's now let me think of some negatives. The only negative I can think of really is you'll be able to see in pictures that I'm putting up. There's like these where the bottom part of the chair is the sponge. There's like a gap, two gaps. That can get dust in, but that's really it. That can get a bit dusty. The only other slight negative, but it's cosmetic, is you have these. I can't really show you, but you have these arm covers that I'm tapping. I'll try and get you a picture, and they're not on the best. They're not on the best. Sometimes you feel like they could pull off, but they're screwed in, so they actually can't. They're just loose. I think they're just loose, so the mechanism, the tilting mechanism, doesn't rip the fabric. They're just like a cover up. The actual comfort of the chair is really nice. I just wanted to give a 4-month review. I didn't want to give like a 2-week or, you know, a month or a day review, get it out as early as possible. Yeah, I've used this chair a lot, and I could honestly recommend it to you. The way I'd recommend it is this: do you spend more than 3 hours a day at your chair? And are you sick of office chairs? Because office chairs aren't cheap. I was looking at alternatives for this chair. I didn't want to spend £250 on a chair. Of course, it would be better if it was £100, but when you look at the £100 to £200 range, I was looking at office chairs from IKEA and other places that were £150, and they were literally just a chair. That's all they did. They were just a chair, and nothing fancy about them, nothing comfortable, same metal base, same spongy bottom. And I just thought, instead of spending £150, why not just spend an extra £100 and actually get something that I want? You know, choose the colour, get something that I want, something I like, something that'll last me. You know, after 4 months, this chair hasn't changed a bit. It's still as comfy as day one, and I'm enjoying it. Like I say, I haven't been paid to make this or anything. I wish I was being paid, but no, I had to buy this out of my own cash and risk it. And fortunately, I really like the chair. For me, it's comfy. And honestly, the little back support is great. Obviously, you can go up and down on the chair. You can do a full rotate. It's really sturdy. If you tilt it all the way back, you can literally sleep on it. I have fallen asleep in the chair. But yeah, favourite thing to do that I've recently discovered is after quite a long session, you just take the lumbar pillar and you just pop it behind your back, and it just makes you sit up nice. And I can just play like this. Just play like this absolutely fine. So there's no problems for me with the chair. 4 months in, touch wood, there's been absolutely no problems. Yeah, when I say it squeaks a tiny bit more, I mean for the first 3 months it was absolutely silent. Now ever so slightly, it may do a tiny bit of a creak, but that's when I'm pushing it back and changing mechanism. So you only hear it if you have a tilting forward and backwards. So it's going to make noise anyway because you're using the tilting mechanism. But it's not squeaky, it's silent, it's comfortable. I really enjoy it, like I say. For me, it's been a good purchase. I'd get a colour that you like, and pick the right one for your height if you're going to get one. I would say, if you're sick of buying office chairs and you have a bit of extra money to spend on a chair, now obviously if you don't have £250 you can't buy it. You do need the money to buy it. But for me, I've properly enjoyed the chair. I've thought it's been a good investment. Sorry there's been no good camera angles or anything, but I didn't want to take this out because I don't know if you can see. How do I do this? My setup is like big TV, then we have like the chair, like you can see here, there's like no room for me to go back. So yeah, there's like no room for me to go back, so I can't show you the mechanism for it all going backwards and tilting because there's just no room. But I really like the chair. It's the Maxnomic Dominator Blue that I've got. It was €299 plus shipping. Shipping was like £11, which isn't too bad. It came in at around £250. Pretty. Oh, there's only one more thing. Yeah, I definitely have 2 people help set it up. Setting it up is kind of awkward. It's not. It was very easy, but it's best for 2 people. So yeah, I've really enjoyed it. I don't know how you feel, but this was just a 4-month review sort of thing of how I think the chair's been. So there you go.